Hello, so monike Nagaland TV la first episode that is Good Morning Nagaland de swagat koriase. So itia ami khan moi apni hala anchor Ravina Lama aru itia ami khan etu program shuru koru karne hodai din nishna eta Bible passage pra shuru koru ahibi Bible verse de ki digina ase ami han karne ami han tu sabo purubo realize koru aru nijor life te cholai kena jabo.
Glory to God, who is able to do far beyond all that we could ask or imagine by His power at work within us. Ephesians 3:20.
Iman bhal verse pra ami han ge enlighten korise itu to kwanishna isorla takato ami khan bhabia parbi bishi ase aru ami khan imaginary mohan mangya to isor pra hi itu kuri kine de koi janai dia nishna ita to ami khan Bible verse pura nishna ita ami khan to time wishe ita chuttu ita think positive thought ami khan lai de ke lu jabo kana hivi ami khan itia think positive sabo.
Let us make a future now and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality. Malala Yousafzai.
What a beautiful quote by Malala Yousafzai. Now we shall proceed to our next segment, that is our top headlines. Let's see today's top headlines. The two stranded Naga medical students who are stranded in Ukraine are said to be safe. One has reportedly crossed over to Moldova, while the other is currently in Uzhhorod city bordering Hungary. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Paton informed that special investigation team is almost done with probe into December 4-5 Oting Tiru killing. Only a few documentation is pending. Government of Nagaland announces one-time age relaxation for entry into government services following a cabinet decision taken on February 22. Polling for the first phase of Manipur Assembly election takes place. Manipur reports 78.03% of around 12.09 lakh voters exercise their franchise. As the Russian-Ukraine conflict continues to evolve rapidly, the United Nations General Assembly calls for an immediate ceasefire on the fifth day of tension between the two countries. So viewers, ita ami khan la top headlines da main jari she top headlines dikhi takshi ko to just rewind back and then realize ko shigure top headlines te ami khan la number 1 han takishe na gurna ami khan la news te Oting Tiru live opportunity takishe relaxation opportunity takishe ita churi thaga war to bi takishe aro tade phasing ne thaga bacha khan bi safe price she ko kine top headlines dikhe ami khan ibi idu Mohan print preview segment jo print preview segment ami han ki digine ase Morning Express pra ami han du pura gine janabo koin ibi ami print preview segment te jabo. So dear viewers, ida to ami khan la top apne la screen TV dikhi ase apne khan ido the Morning Express chule ase to ami khan la first headlines ase Manipur poll 78.03% turnout reported in the first phase polling. The first phase polling te ite ami khan jana nishna 78.03% pra itu turn kurishe to polling assembly phase jatam de to inia nishna ayi ami khan jo details pra puri ne jawam. Stray incident of violence marred the first phase Manipur Assembly election to 30th constituency on Monday as 78.03% of around 12.09 lakh voters exercised their franchise till 5 p.m. when polling ended an hour after the time announcement earlier of officials said. To 12.09 lakhs voter para Monday they turn up to 78.03% thakishe. Declare no rem Ibo Chauba, a state police personnel deployed for poll duty in Tipaimuk Assembly constituency in Churachandpur district, died in a suspected cause of accidental firing from his service rifle. To iniga ide Manipur la Pradesh wapura Manipur la information diya to ami khan gete ekta police personnel in Naurem Ibo Chaubabi Taibi duty Kuratamte Tai Nijala rifle pra Chief Electoral Officer Rajesh Agarwal Pakoshe Tai Niger pra accidentally fire from his service rifle Kugnitibi Janaginese. The highest just an information because tade ami jani ase inia polling khan election jadam dekhini ga police khan la duty thake ta higine sawole la to hi thakise to holibi to just a small information iniga hoishe ko kine janai diala sapnen ke. The highest voter turnout of 82.97% was recorded in Kangpokpe district, followed by Imphal West 82.19% and Churachandpur 74.45%. To iniga district la majodibi iman ase Kangpokpe district 82.797% aro Imphal West is actually 82.19% aro Imphal East is the Imphal is 76.64%, Archura Chandpur 74.45% as a coin. The final percentage will be available after the return of the polling parties. To Adha to pichile polling parties and wapas I have to Adha percentage janiwo. Voting at 1,721 polling station was more or less peaceful except for stray incident of violence as EVMs were damaged by miscreant at Site 2. So, EVMs to destroy kudishe Site 2 miscreant the Site 2 la jaga de miscreant kumbahan prai kine kuralas to Hanglap and Shingat constituency to tinda jaga de iniga damage kode ala khobari pai kine ase. FIR was registered in the incident of EVM damage in 7 polling stations, the CEO said. To as there were complaints that the pace of polling was shown in certain booths, though who came before 4 p.m. were allowed to cast their votes, Agarwal said. So yete right, just a very small information into Manipur poll te mane manushi khali you really need to learn only to he learn korle ho jay to kiman percentage pra to district hisab te jaise ar kiman da manu thakise du hi thakala ase. So only in Nagaland, next headline, the only in Nagaland men finally get justice after 46 long years. So, in a case reflecting the concerning state of affairs in Nagaland, a citizen of Longsa village had to wait for over 46 years to possibly see some movement on a job promised to him by the state government. However, to get justice, he had to knock on Kohima bench of Guwahati High Court door after his previous application and representation to concerned state authorities did not receive any positive response. As per an order issued by the court on February 23, when the Imzuluba Government High School Longsa was established in 1975, the state government acquired the land from 16 individuals, promising to give employment to each landowner. So, itu school banawa tamte tahan bra itu school Imzuluba Government High School banawa tamte Sorkar pura 1975 te tate thake ala 16 Manukhan la mati to mangi she to mati mangi school banai she aru tahan la ghor manu ke mati la malik ke tahan brai to kiba diwo kuch matlab kam diwo ko kine mati mangala thaki she kine. Accordingly, 15 of the 16 landowner got grade 4 pause, but the concerned person one was left out, and he waited patiently for the fulfillment of the promise over the years. Aro 16 majude 15 manudo itu pai jise nokrito grade 4 post pai she holebi ekta manu to au manu to tai panai ko jana dise holebi itu details na jagete ami khan to bhabi thake court khan jaise bole niga hoy holebi apni khan by inches itu court khan la door knock kurise starting the knock kurise kore the make sure that it would knock kora to until and unless you get justice jai thakibo lage because ami an court la darwaza ekbar knock kuri kine ami han kuri kine adha rasta ba eku no hobo kine chhar dise kule to itu to ami khala loss ho jay aru ami an justice na pa ho jay aru ami jani ase peaceful mind peaceful environment kare kina justice to mohala nijer bitore prevail thakibo lage olebi hoy dukhya manu middle class manu khan karne to olop dugdar ho jay because court lagate police lagate jhamlate I mean mohalla right thakile bi dula jhamla tu laga situation de puisa bishi jay holebi puisa kiman jay sikuli once you knock the door to court la door no lebi police la door knock korise for justice apni laga self esteem karne no lebi for something reason for some valid reason garna apni court la darwaza knock korise gole to make sure that apni itu to lamba lokini itu manu nishna 46 years long ja peshire take justice panishna justice to power kun ke holebi hoy dunia to bia man bhalinga to noy dunia to bia ase corrupted ase sob jaga ba bia hi thake ase holebi apni khame ekta jinis uthaishe kole to udu kurini jabe example very basic example to ki ase ko to exercise ami an exercise ekta uthaishe kole to उठाई किने अपनी अपना रिजल्ट ना पातो you just continue कुरिन जैसे करे तो at the end अपनी पढ़ाई इतु रिजल्ट तो दिखे होली भी अपनी एक्सरसाइज उठा निशना आधार आसारे नुकुरा हो जैसे नोलबी योर डाइट टिबिया हो जैसे अपने ला गोल मोटिव हारी जैसे करे तो जो एक्सरसाइज तो काम ना थका हो जाए अपने भी इतु ला पढ़े विश्वास ना थका हो जाए तो अमी अन लाइफ ते की कोशिश होली भी जस्टिस मांग ला पढ़े होली भी अल्लाह काम तो होली भी की कोशिश होली भी पारा तो उठा निशना कुरिने जाबी को निशना ये शॉर्ट परा जाना दिया ला से तो story to niga say he waited for so many years in the expectation that the promise would be kept one day, noted the author, as there was no positive response from the government side even after a lapse of many years. He submitted an application on September 28, 2021 to the Director of School Education, Government of Nagaland, requesting for appointment in any grade 4 post as per the promise made at the time of establishment of the school. So school banawa tamte nolebi na bana agite to post diwo with how tai iman rukhi actually finally tai to rukhi jalo tai September 28 2021 ja sal tate tai bara itu application dishe Director of School Education Government of Nagaland ke dela tate prahi olop case khandalo kiba hoise to bishide the application was supported by no objection certificate from the Longsa Village Council, chairman of the school managing committee and the headmaster of the school. As there was no response from the concerned authority, I was submitted another representation stating all the facts and circumstances, requesting for appointment to any grade 4 post to the special secretary to the government of Nagaland School Education Department and the principal director of School Education Government of Nagaland on November 10, 2021. Idia hope chide uku napa karan type aru December November 10, 2021 aru submit korshekta. Again, he did not receive any favorable or positive response from the representation, the author said. Aggrieved and left without any alternative, he filed a writ petition in the court praying for issuance of appropriate order or direction directing the respondent to consider his representation and to dispose the same within a specific period of time. The respondent were the State of Nagaland representative by the Chief Secretary, Special Secretary to the Government of Nagaland, School Education Department and the Principal Director, School Education Nagaland, Kohima. Considering the nature of the grievance of the petitioner is submitted by his learned counsel and the fact and circumstances leading to the filing of this writ petition, I am of the view that the writ petition can be disposed of with a direction as pray for Justice Songkupcho Sato observe disposing the case in the first hearing. So, accordingly, the court directed the state government particularly the Principal Director School Education, Nagaland, to consider and dispose of the November 10, 2021 representation within a period of 3 months from the date of receipt of a copy of his order. The government advocate, appearing on behalf of the state respondent, also submitted that she has no objection in disposing of the petition in the matter as prayed for. It is not known how the issue would be finally resolved. However, over 46 years have left since the pledge was made. So, itu karne ta itu court jese court jaine petition file korise to tate pura tu court la wakil ba koise itu justice pra koise itu laga oporde case to solve koro karne 3 month laga samay nohole bi itu period date pra du digine ase to itu dia to tatela majide khotom kor dibe ko kine yete likha tok to it is not know how the issue would be finally resolved. However, over 46 years have left since the pledge was met. Ito tak bi iman information to pa kine nai huli bi tahan pra itu 3 month laga itu samay dia nishna 3 month from the date to receive of a copy of his order itu kwate hi rukhi ase ko kine hi janai ase. So the next is two stranded Naga medical students serve awaiting instruction from Indian embassies. So after reports of some Naga students being stranded in Ukraine emerged following the Ukrainian-Russian conflict, which commenced on February 24, one Naga medical student is reportedly crossed over to Moldova on Sunday evening, while the other is currently in Uzhhorod city bordering Hungary. To ami jana nishna two Naga student ku na se ekta do Vikas Gupta ase aru ekta do Amenla ko kine maki ekta ase to taijon bi Vikas Gupta do MBBS puru karne jala ase aru Amenla bi doctor puru le jala thakise to tahan phasin thaka to ekjon do I think idu Moldova te puncha to Vikas Gupta howa because tai do ami jana nishna Saturday na Friday tai tadewa bus pa move hoise to it will be like Moldova te thakibo pare haru to maiki to tai to do Hungary la border Uzhhorod city te thakibo pare ko kine janaise to the short information ba apnake janai de ase hoile bi apni khan la china jana manu nolbe apni khan par information na pain thaka han tade phasik na ase kole do yate information or the assistant information number khan digna ase newspaper de apni net par bi law parbo nokia par law parbo le moine koi devo call for assistance in neighboring country to contact its grievances self assistant 917005305832 aripa purai dibo 917005305832 aru alag number thakya to 918974508102 aripa purai dibo 918974508102 video ka noigine ta hama email bi digna se nagastudent1947@gmail.com ina goine ite phone number or email bi short pra digina ja so ide next headline to thakibo Nagaland government announces one-time age relaxation for entry into services. So, the government of Nagaland on Monday announced a one-time age relaxation for entry into government service following a cabinet decision taken on February 22 in continuation to this Department of Office memorandum and even number dated July 16, 2021. 3. And in the interest of public services, the Governor of Nagaland is pleased to allow relaxation of age entry into government services for a period of addition 2 years with effect from April 22, 2021 and office memorandum from the Chief Secretary J. Alam. This will be a one-time relaxation due to the COVID-19 pandemic and disruption in recruitment activities on account of the ban on appropriate the memos aided. So, ami jani ase COVID-19 to 2019 lo lala se holibi by the time India puncha tambe to it's almost like 2020 February March inga time par hola ase to COVID-19 karan to ami khan we know that kini amian suffer korise. Yes, apart from the manukhan murija the family kan harija hoy harijeshi amian ku corona pare hulibi monduk aro morom hi janai ase hulibi apart from that ami dikise kini ka ami hala economic to direct ekbar bar giri jeshi aro to economic 1 year economic gira to ami khan to like it will take almost like 6-7 years to build that 1 year economic again. Itu ikla noy gine ami sports te hobi defense lines te hobi noile bi kishim bishi administration line te hobi ki thakile bi there is a relaxation of age ami khan gibi to age iman digina ase to age to par nokro lage to age iman digina ase to kane man lage to moame alak category ase na to category thaka hisab te to February koise covid laga naam prami khan kiman duk paise to lapore dukan khan bon thagise dukan off thagise exam khan bi bhal ba chilu parna yes exam to continue korise holibi tiniga chala thagisho chukane manu khan bishi manu pra kitabi purule obviously alchi lagi bole ase ami khan kun hole manu ase ami khan to obviously kitab purulbe alchi lagi gine tukla noi gine time khan bi bishi no poncha ekta ho jese itu karne hi covid laga naam pura hi tahan itu relaxation 2 year uthai dise to ami khan eta for example government service ekta paula school ta ami 25 years lagi ase holibi ami 27 years 26 years for example koshikri to 26 years usually tahan bar 27 years in that type te kurdela thakise to it's a very good initiative from the government of Nagaland and moi ajibi koise ro hodai koi thakobo manukhan bra ami ge disturbed area ki ase koile bi oting la incident bra hukine saishu koile but then ami khan bi moi hodai news pura nishna hodai news sign nishna ami Nagaland khan do bishi develop hoise itu justice pra lekine nole do iniga justice kan la case kan do manu bra ina paisi ko do bishi kamti ase olibi iniga mon dangor bahaduri kurigine ete relaxation saikine protocol to covid la niyam khan saine inya kur dia initiative kan loa government pra help kura na iton bishi train rasta bana ki khan to bishi khushi ase du mohon grow hita ka do iniga hi grow ko thakibe iniga hi ekjon dujon la sath dibe because ekta pradesh ke chulawala ase kole to khali chief minister pra hi hobo no hoy ta laga delegates ta laga members chamber members khan ba hobo no hoy ta la office pa hobo no libi public aro leaders can millingly come kurchigule hi age jaw parbo and we can bring something good out of it ko kine yate prahi mula print previous segment do samat krise I hope that apni anbi kiba learn hoise aur learn hokine to anbi apni anbi ne rakhe thago aur hodai Nagaland TV ke the good morning episode ke support ko thako ko kine janaise so with this ete prahi samat krise So Amian Generation, finally we have entered the 3rd month of 2022. Najani kine amihala years jaise, najani kine amihala samay jaise, najani kine amihala kam khan jaise. To March 1 hui jaise. To amikhan itia March 1 huan ishna pula dinte, pula salte. Mohala amma baba la time de nohli amihala grandfather la time de. Idu March 1 de ki thakise. Idu abi amihala learn karo as fact of the day.
Titanic became the first film to gross over $1 billion worldwide on March 1, 1998.
So dear viewers, now time for some refreshing melody that will uplift your mood and as well as my mood. So let's enjoy this morning melody. So dear viewer, this is all for a day, but let us check today's weather update because it is very important for us to learn the weather condition. So before we leave, wish you all a very good and a blessed day to you. And then apni khan bhi apni hala kaam te bhal ba kuring jabi aru apni hala age osor de ki hoise ki jaise ki chuli ase to janing thakibi and be a good citizen. With this, signing off, Ravina Lama.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 10 in Global Chapter, and for Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.